Yo guys, today we are playing nba2k13 and we're playing for Orlando Magics. My guy, there he is. We're playing tonight against the Denver.
Yeah, baby, this is where it all starts. Let's get out there and ball.
And boy, you can just hear the excitement. What a moment indeed. And welcome everyone to another presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. Along with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. It's NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Alongside Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, I'm Kevin Harlan, bringing you what promises to be a very exciting Friday night matchup. Here in Orlando, it's interconference basketball as the Magic look to defend home court at the Amway Center. This the first chance to take a look at the Nuggets this season. They lost both of the matchups in this interconference battle a season ago. They like to change that now.
Yeah, they got swept in the two games that they played against this club last year. They lost both of them.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Filling out the 3, 4, and 5 slots, Gallinari, Fareed, and McGee. Iguodala out there with Lawson. And for the Magic, Hedo Turkoglu out there with Al Harrington. Then there's Aflalo. The Eraser comes in off the bench for his first playing time in an official NBA game.
And I like what he brings to the table, guys. He might not have all the ability in the world, but he does have a chance to help this team and contribute as a role player on a regular basis.
I don't think there's any question about it, Steve. There's a place for him in this league, just as you said. I mean, he's not going to be a superstar, but he can fill specific needs for a lot of teams. Well, you're not going to get a more high-quality look than that. Terrific offensive rebound there.
The shot is off. Good D by Miller. You talked about what happened between these two teams last year, Steve. It was a pretty one-sided affair.
Yep, they just had a hard time finding anything that worked against these guys, Kevin. They really did. It was tough for them.
The 17-footer, and that one's good. The Eraser scores his first basket here in the NBA, the beginning to hopefully a long and prosperous career. Now, here is Miller. Not a lot of room. Iguodala outside. That's in, coming off an assist from Miller. Magic shooting to start this game off about 41% from the floor. Harper, no good. Denver's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter.
And the glaring factor for me in that loss was the poor rebound. I mean, they got destroyed on the glass.
Yeah, they were outworked. I mean, it's plain and simple. To rebound the ball, you got to work. You got to do your work early. You got to be physical. You got to go after the ball. And you can't give up. And they just didn't work hard enough.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Good luck. Here's the Eraser. He feeds it to Harkless. Over Miller. Good D by Miller.
God dang it.
From midcourt. Can't get it to go. And so, both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Nuggets lead by 2. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment.
Feel the excitement of NBA basketball. Come out and root for your Magic. Don't forget, discount multiple game packages are still available to see the Eraser and his teammates. So come out and welcome our sensational new rookie.
Yeah, come on. Check out.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
They've done a nice job on the offensive boards here, guys, and I think that was the difference in that first quarter, really pounding the offensive glass.
Well, they set the tone early with their mindset, their tenacity, and their hustle. I mean, that's the way they've come out, and it's served them well.
Get on their play, guys. We're going to show them.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone.
Well, this is the first full season of the post-Carmelo era in Denver, and looks to me like the Nuggets are going to be just fine. They've got a collection of talent, maybe not superstar talent, but a lot of very, very good players. For a long time in the NBA, even though he's not the flashiest player in the world, but you know, he's got his role, and he knows it, and he plays hard, and that's important.
No, not at all. I mean, every team needs those role players, Steve. We know that. And I agree with you. In that capacity as a role player, I think he can excel.
Denver in the lead, coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
And, guys, I watched that game, and I remember thinking to myself, where's the aggressiveness defensively?
Yeah, I don't know why they played such casual D, Steve. I mean, there was no urgency, no fight.
Is out there with Hedo Turkoglu. Then there's Glenn Davis, and it's Aflalo in at the 2-guard spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. And a chance here to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Guys, Andre Miller was such a key player for the Nuggets last season, especially in the playoffs where they took the Lakers to 7 games. George Karl said, there's a list of smart basketball players, and Andre is right at the top. It's not about stats. It's not about how you look. Whatever you want to call him, coach on the floor, brain, quarterback, what he teaches and preaches is winning. Guys, you gotta love it.
A steady vet. Thank you, Doris.
Yeah, one of the savviest players you'll see, no doubt.
Here's the eraser, covered by Miller. The eraser, and again, unable to change momentum here. And now, running up the court, Miller pushing it up. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. You talked about what happened between these two teams last year, Steve. It was a pretty one-sided affair.
Yep, they just had a hard time finding anything that worked against these guys, Kevin. They really did. It was tough for them.
And the first one drops.
You know, last year with the shortened season, I think Denver thought they would have an advantage with the condensed schedule because of all of their youth and their depth. But the injuries really changed everything for George Karl, and they weren't able to take advantage.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Iguodala's checked in. Kicks to Aflalo. Over Iguodala. And there's the call on the eraser. That's his first foul. Chris Duhon, he's checked in for the eraser. Close game as we wrap up the second quarter.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
With a few games of the new season.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Here's the eraser. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. The eraser gets the bucket. In a moment to celebrate here. Those are his first official points as an NBA player. Taking a look at the Nuggets, we've got Jordan Hamilton. Kenneth Faried is out there with Mozgov. Then it's Lawson. And it's Iguodala in at the 3 slot. Lawson outside. 6 on the shot clock. Lets it go from 11. And play stops as it looks like they call him over the back here.
Well, I love the fact that he's fighting hard on the boards, but you know, you got to be smart too. Over the back, that's an easy call there.
Well, that's simple.
And Orlando has possession. Here's the eraser to take the lead. The Magic again can't hit.
Well, they've had the advantage in rebounding all night, but none bigger than the one right there.
The eraser, he's in at point guard. Hedo Turkoglu out there with Al Harrington. Then there's Aflalo, and it's Davis in at the 5 down low. That's who's out there for Orlando.
Well, when he came out of college, the one thing you knew with Kenneth Faried was he was going to give you a lot of hustle. Great rebounder at Morehead State, and he brought that into the league with him. He attacks the ball, he attacks the glass, plays hard on every possession.
Well, that's just the kind of player he is. It's in his nature. He can't help but hustle after missed shots, and he's willing to battle for rebounds and loose balls with anybody. There's no backing down with Faried, and he's good on the second. And when you take a look at what the story under the glass has been, tremendous presence under the basket.
Yeah, you said it. Tremendous presence. You're right. It definitely has been, and it might come down to the final possession, that key rebound.
Wouldn't that be something?
Mm-hmm.
The eraser. kept alive.
How about the effort we're seeing from him on the boards? He's already in double figures.
Yeah, and more importantly, Steve, his rebounds are leading the team.
Lawson dishes to Fareed. Back to Lawson. Over a follow. That doesn't go either for Lawson.
Still trying to get into the swing of things here offensively. It just has not happened for him here.
To tie it up. And Harrington with the basket on the assist from Turkoglu. Turkoglu's got 6 assists here tonight. And now, here's the eraser. Lawson defending. Here's Davis. And he drops it in from the low post.
Well, it's been a long battle, but they have finally gotten the game even again.
Yeah, you wonder, though, I mean, battling back like that sometimes can give you a mental edge, but other times maybe you've used too much energy to get all the way back, so we'll see.
Carried, and Davis pulls it down.
I thought he rushed it a little bit, guys, because he had a clean look, just lost his focus. He has just disappeared this quarter, not making a mark at all offensively.
And I'm sure he's ready to put this quarter behind him and quickly.
And for the Magic, they're shooting in the fourth quarter down around 31%, not playing with as much energy here lately.
Big-time shot.
Really clutch.
Wilson Chandler's checked in for Gallinari. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Now, here is Lawson. Tight defense on him. There's 14 seconds left to play here in the fourth.
And that shot sucked the life out of the whole building.
Well, that was a big one, Clark. You can hear it.
Yeah, that was a gut punch right there. These fans, oh, man, they're struggling.
Here's the eraser. Can't knock in the 3. Here's Lawson. Oh, and a chance to win the game, but the last second shot is offline. Time expires, and we're... Well, if you love great competition and neck-and-neck basketball action, this one has been a great one. And so it's Orlando winning this one. An impressive victory in overtime after an exciting end in regulation.
You know what? In a long game, fatigue can sometimes affect every aspect of play. They didn't look tired at all to me.
Thank you for joining us for this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. For Clark, Stephen Doris, and the rest of the crew, Kevin Harlan saying see you next time.